Hey guys, Dad here. It is dinner time again at the Smartypants house. Now, it is razor clam season. Unfortunately, I didn't have the chance to go razor clam, but a friend of mine hooked me up with some fresh razor clams. So tonight we're gonna make some keto-friendly fried clams. And our ingredients for tonight are onion powder, garlic powder, Cajun seasoning. In this case, we're gonna use Ya Mama, olive oil, pork rinds, black pepper, salt, eggs, and of course, some fresh razor clams. All right guys, our first step is gonna be to grind our pork rinds. We're gonna use our food processor. Now, the amount of pork rinds needed depends on how many clams you have. In our case, we're gonna use about a cup or so. All right, we're gonna load up food processor. There it goes. Okay, we're gonna check the consistency. Yeah, that looks really good. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Once we have our pork rinds ready to go, we're gonna move on to our egg wash. In this case, we're gonna use 2 eggs. So very carefully crash them, and remember, don't leave any shells in there. Nobody wants extra texture. Once we're done with the egg wash, it's time to preheat our cast iron. So we're gonna set the temperature to about the medium high. And now we're gonna add olive oil. Now you want to use enough olive oil to cover the bottom of your pan so your clams can fry nice and even. Now it's time to season our clams. What we're going to do is we're going to individually season them. We're seasoning individually so each clam gets enough flavor and enough seasoning because we're doing half mild and we're gonna do the other half a little spicy. So make sure that they get plenty of flavor before we fry them. In this case, we're going to use some onion powder. Just dust it. Now we're gonna use some garlic powder, some black pepper. Next, we're gonna use some salt. Now that I have a few clams here ready, we're gonna put them in our egg wash. And now they're gonna go into our pork rind breading. We're gonna set it aside and we're gonna repeat. Okay, now we're gonna take our clams and we're gonna put it right on top of our oil. We're gonna cook about 1 to 2 minutes on each side. Time to flip them. All right, it's been about 2 minutes, and I think it's time to take our clams out. Let's set these to the side so they can cool down, and in the meantime, we're gonna start the new batch. Now for the spicy ones, we're gonna season them exactly the same way that we just did the other ones, except we're going to add Cajun seasoning. Ya Mama. And this one has a little bit of a kick. We're gonna put them in our egg wash, in our pork rind. Set aside. All right, this dinner cannot be completed without my judges. I want you to try them. I cut little pieces right here for you, sir.
I wanted that one because that one has
Try a little piece first.
I'm gonna try this one.
What is it?
They taste fine. It's good actually. They're just extremely chewy.
Really chewy? Okay. The flavor is good. They're not really that chewy. The neck of the clam, so here, let me show you guys. The neck of the clam, which is right over here, this part is a little bit chewy. But the rest of the body, which I just had, it's not that bad. 1 to 2 minutes, I think it works. Also, watch the temperature in your fryer. You want to make sure to is about 350. You don't want it too hot, otherwise it'll just burn and it won't cook right. But I think it's really good. I think the clams have very good flavor. I think the way that we seasoned it was perfect.
You want to taste another one?
No.
Do you like them? What do you think, Mia?
Sideways thumbs with ranch.
Yeah. What about you? With ranch or without ranch?
When compared to the ranch, I give the normal one a million thumbs down. But with the ranch, that thing is amazing. The ranch is a billion trillion times better.
Nice.
Yummy. Hey.
The ranch definitely gives it a really good taste. I mean, it's a very good addition. Well, the kids don't eat anything spicy, so it's time for me to try the spicy ones. Let's see. A little bit of ranch. Definitely a little better, improves the flavor a lot more. For the next batch, or if we do this again, I will add a lot more than that because it's not spicy. It has a little bit of the flavor of the Cajun seasoning. I wish it was a little bit spicier. I was being a little bit cautious on how much to put because I didn't want it to be like overly spicy, but definitely adds a lot to the flavor of the clam.
Mom's turn. I wasn't sure I was going to like fried clams, but these are actually really tasty. I don't think they're overdone. I don't think they're over or under spiced. I think the flavor is good. The crunch is nice. I don't really have anything to complain about. These are tasty.
What'd you guys think of Dad's clams? They're really good, right? Okay, so I have to be perfectly honest. When he first put it in the fryer, I thought, ooh, these are gonna be fishy. That smells yucky. Ugh. Because I am not a big fan of like fishy flavored fish. And it smelled fishy to me. But really, there was not much fish flavor to them. They weren't fishy at all. They were really tasty. So I have to say that I was wrong. They weren't fishy. Good job, Dad.
You good?
They were quite tasty, and I think I like fried clams as much as I like clam chowder.
You're crazy.
Because they're both delicious.
I think clams are a good use of clams. Like if you don't have enough to make clam chowder, it's good. But I love.
What if you had fried clams as your appetizer, and then you had clam chowder for dinner?
Best dinner ever.
Good job, Dad.
Thank you.
My thumbs were this.
You didn't like the clams?
My thumbs are gross.
You guys didn't like them? I thought everybody thought they were as good as I did.
It's really funny because you can like see the stages of picky. Really picky, getting out of pickiness, not picky at all.
Yeah.
Literally will eat anything.
Well, maybe not literally. Let's not try that, because I can think of some really gross things you would literally not eat. Guys, I need to get my Smartypants to bed, so...
If you like this video, thumbs up, want to make this channel strong, share it with your friends. And now, good night, YouTube. See you tomorrow.
Bless you.
If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. Please go touch it. Poof. Thanks for the fried clams, Dad.
You're welcome.